Hello, everybody. This is Rampager, Mr. B.
Hey everyone, how you doing tonight?
We are back on the Mindfair server.
And I cannot fly. Fly.
You can't fly.
Well, I could fly. I just had to type the words.
We are currently in a call with DK, so I'm gonna go ahead and undeafen. Hello.
Meow meow.
Meow meow.
Can I buy sea lanterns in the shop?
I figure I might as well stream tonight as well.
Got this one guy.
No, you can't, but I know how to get them.
This one turtle guy. He just kind of hangs out right here all the time.
You can't? Oh
Doesn't
no.
go anywhere. He just kind of chills right there.
Mr. B is still muted, so I'm only hearing your side of the conversation. It's a
Oh,
joke.
wow.
He likes watching the sheep.
Yeah, no, Mr. B asked if you could buy sea lantern,
I'm
and
still
you can't buy sea lantern.
But you can go to iGamerspace and
Yeah,
obtain sea lanterns.
which is just as good. Actually, better.
How do you do that?
You tell me you need sea lanterns, and then I go out and I go to his base and get you sea lantern.
I just need some sea lanterns. It'd be kind of cool if they just magically appear.
You have a 1-day delivery.
Unless you upgrade to Rampage Prime. I believe the fee to upgrade to Rampage Prime is, I think, 2 chocolate
Dinner?
bars and cookies.
Dinner?
No, that just gets you the normal 24 hours.
Hmm. Also, DK, I don't own food. It's very sad.
Oh, I have food.
Oh,
Yay!
Kind of semi-funny. I put a new batch of potatoes to cook in the oven.
okay. Are we talking like Minecraft, Evan?
Yes.
Okay. It's like, why is this funny?
Well, it was funny because he wanted potatoes, and I've already I like before y'all came, I went ahead and put a whole stack of potatoes in the oven. I knew Rampage's needs before he asked for them. That's the funny thing. Also, I'm in your maze. You can have all the potatoes I have.
I am currently preparing Mr. B's order. So
I'll just
be a moment.
TP. Oh,
How many do you need?
I don't know. Not too many. Like a stack.
Well,
I just wanna light
is
the-
51 word?
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
I just want to light the ocean. Underneath the ocean.
You have to accept the TPA, though.
Do. Accept. Hello.
Hello. Where's my fly off? Ah.
Okay, I need to make sure I can actually... I cannot. I don't need this.
You need 1 glass block.
I like glass box.
He's 38 gravel.
No.
The water bottle.
There we go. Water bottle?
You have water.
Yeah, water's important in case I get thirsty. I don't need this wheat stuff, though.
DK, I sent you a TPA, by the way.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I just started my stream.
Hello, stream.
Hello, DK stream.
DK doesn't DK sometimes doesn't stream, and he wishes he was a little bit more dependable to his audience. Also, first have all of these. Since you're such a great Rampage, you can also have these cookies.
Oh, wow. And in return, you can have some fish.
I'm sorry, I was teleporting you.
Monster.com makes
Yeah,
games
it
great.
just got to you like the second you teleported away.
I'm gonna go ahead and take this raw cod and put it in our cooking system.
Yeah. And that way it's not raw anymore.
Do you know at the house we have like almost 5 stacks of baked potatoes?
Wow. That's a lot of potatoes.
Yes. You know, I was actually watching Sorted Food do a comparison on like cost savings between microwaving and baking. And so the first one they did was a potato.
Potato.
And I realized that I microwave baked potatoes very differently than other people.
Ow.
Okay.
Well, first I have like a little bowl, and I wash the potato, put potato in bowl, and then I fill the bowl with water,
Oh?
roughly halfway up the potato, and then I put it in the microwave and cook it. I don't, you know, I
Why?
don't open up. So the idea is that the microwave uses the water from the bowl to cook the potato.
Not sure it really works that way, but okay.
It works. So you know how normally when you make a baked potato, you have to punch it and like you I don't know what the heck that's called. Where they take something and kind of cut into it a little bit and poke holes in it. You don't poke holes in this version because it's sitting in the water. It boils into with the water. So the water boils and adds another cooking element that's occurring. And I find that makes a yummier baked potato than the normal method. I prefer this method over baking because baking tends to, well, essentially cooking it this way gives you kind of some of the effects of like baking it, like, like like crispier skin on one side, but also the effect of a moist potato. I don't know. I think it's a hybrid method, and I think it is far superior.
It's
I'm
very
very much
very
I,
complicated for a simple potato.
well. I've actually had my parents like freak out when I didn't poke holes in the baked potato, and I just like cook them one at a time. They're looking at me like I'm weird, but the potato's gonna explode. No, it will not explode because it's sitting in a bowl of water. It will not explode.
Wow.
Yeah. Just be careful not to cook it too many times in the same plastic bowl. I discovered sometimes some people who have higher wattage microwaves, eventually you will approach the level of you are in fact cooking something in boiling water, and that boiling water sometimes burns through the plastic, which is
Yes. Well, couldn't
make,
you
make
just
sure.
use a glass bowl at that point?
I mean, yes, you probably could, but I would never use a glass bowl only because it would have to go through inspection
Oh?
when washing it.
Mhm.
You know, that my parents are very adamant about the cleanliness of bowls and such. Uh, let me just say that
So
it's
you
never
have to
quite clean enough.
you have to wash the glass ones, but not the plastic ones.
No, it's just that the plastic ones just like get rinsed and put in the dishwasher. The glass ones are finely inspected. Those are for important dinners.
I'm gonna need some of those Rampage services again.
Oh. What do you need?
My axe is running low.
Ah. Hello, this
Hello.
is Rampage Repair Services. We got a call that you needed something repaired.
Yes, sir. My axe needs to be fixed. Fix it, please.
We'll be back in approximately 10 minutes.
It's super handy dandy having a Rampage Repair Services around.
Okay. I'm sorry, I had to do that.
Hi, Squid. Hi, Squid. I need another axe while I wait.
When Rampage gets back, can I borrow Rampage for a deep discussion?
A deep discussion.
Yeah.
Does this discussion have anything to do with why does the military in Gundam feel like it's okay to beat up kids?
It's tough love, you know. Some people very much believe that you know, sometimes the best way to get someone to get moving is to give them a good slap. But you know, that actually activates the fight and flight um, instincts in us. For example, when someone is being hysterical, sometimes you, in the old days, you'd slap them to get their brain to kind of go back and reevaluate what's going on, because usually when someone is in a hysterical situation, they haven't decided if they want to fight or flight. So sometimes the idea behind it is a slap kind of resets that and makes the brain kind of reevaluate its equations.
Hello, this is Rampage Repair Services. Your pickaxe is fixed.
Thank you. 5 stars.
Yay!
So Rampage,
Mm-hmm.
I want to know. I want you to know I respect your creative process.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking,
Mm-hmm.
just thinking, if we seal these two blocks here,
Okay.
what do you think? Or these two? Because I realize we have this giant straight line, and I feel like we need to break it up.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. My fly
Yeah.
is off.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. I'm like, you know, I realize we have all these weird kind of very straight straights. And it's okay to have some straights, but like when it feels like it's a long tunnel, I don't want to talk about this tunnel here that we have because there is only one choice. So when it's a long tunnel and we have choices, you know. Why do we have this long tunnel here?
Where? This
TPA
one?
to me. Yeah, this one.
This was close to spawn, I think.
Okay, I actually have an idea.
Yeah, okay. So this is just a passage from the left of the maze to the right of the maze.
Hmm.
And there was a wall somewhere that probably right here. This is spawn. Yep. So this was originally an option you could take at spawn, but then I made it not an option that you could
Okay,
take at spawn.
I have an idea. Why don't we wall it here? What do you think? Like wall it here, and maybe. Do people actually enter? Okay, and
Yeah,
we could
people-
probably wall here as well, and just like exclude this part. Because doesn't unless you really want this thoroughway. If you want the thoroughway, then I understand. I didn't know how this worked in originally to the equation of the maze.
I mean, really, it's just a way to go from the left to the right, or from the right to the left.
Okay, well, that seems like a practical reason. Never mind that. So this obviously means I need to find things for the player to do over here.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna go to a spot, and then I'm going to want your help to figure out what we're doing. So let me get over there really quick.
Zombie!
Yeah, that's part of why there's no tunnels on that right side. It's very sad.
That's alright, I know how to exploit this. Yep. And now I just need some ladders.
And I think we should be a bit sparing with the ladders because we want them to be a sign of something useful. So,
Oh wow, this actually connects to things though. This is a bad place, never mind.
what did you connect it to?
I connected it to the underground tunnel.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I regret doing this.
I didn't even know that that went right over it.
Yeah, see, I don't know where you are.
I am now where I wanted to be.
Okay.
So this is the sheep area. What are we doing with it?
I honestly was going to have, you know what? I feel like we need, like, the equivalent of bounce pads and shapes on them. Is this bad?
How?
They're slime blocks, right?
Okay.
And I realize this isn't gonna work, but I just foresee like sheep being like kicked off from a high place onto the bounce pad.
Okay.
But I realize that's not gonna work because they'll lose momentum eventually.
I could
It's like, work
do
with
it
me here.
in the wall. I could make a system like in one of the in like right here that did that, and like another one here. But it would be a blocked off chamber that you could see with glass.
Talking about rope in sheep, can we have sheep that are tied up on a leash coming off the ceiling and
problem-
landing on a bounce pad?
You can just hang them on the ceiling, and they bounce up and down.
if they touch any ground at all, they die immediately. Except
That's
for slime or
unfortunate.
water.
Okay,
So-
slime.
Maybe. But
It'll look like they're trampolining just because they're bouncing.
they
Yeah.
wouldn't necessarily always hit the floor.
Well, they don't have to necessarily hit the floor every time. Just give the implied behavior that they're like
Yeah.
bouncing.
It would look like they're bouncing.
What do you think, Rampage?
Why are you so cruel to sheep? What did they do to you?
They didn't give me my wood.
Your what? What do sheep have to do with wood?
You don't know the joke. It's okay. So someone was playing Settlers of Catan, and they were trying to trade sheep for wood. So that's what they did. They did not have the lumber. There's more to the joke, but I can't explain it. I'm sorry. I will get like demonetized. Well, I'm already been demonetized for life, but it's fine.
Wait, what? Huh?
Yeah.
Have you been demonetized or just haven't been monetized?
Oh, I got permanently demonetized a long time ago
How did that happen?
because YouTube continuously raised the standards until I was no longer monetizable.
Well, that's just not being monetized, not being demonetized.
But well, it's demonetized because I was monetized. I used to make 10 cents a month. It was great.
Woo!
Someone made the joke. One of my one of my audience members was like, "You're raking in the good YouTube money." I'm like, "Yep. With this, I'll have made an additional nickel."
Haha! Let's go.
I think some people have their own beliefs on how big YouTube monetization is.
I need glass.
Do we have glass in one of our many chests upstairs?
We have glass at the house.
Do you know when iGamer will rejoin us?
No. No, I don't.
Okay.
9 times 4 times 4. That's math. Hey, why is it so expensive? Hey.
What's so expensive?
Slime. It's incredibly expensive. And I do this every time I buy slime.
I mean, have you been
I should just make a slime farm.
You know, slime's mostly petroleum based, right?
you are like you are writing down your expenses so you can send them to iGamer, right?
No.
Okay, you should really keep an Excel sheet and then you just bill iGamer for it. This is a city project.
Yeah, I'll just have them like, I don't know. We'll calculate my balance before we started doing this. I haven't really made a lot of money, and then we'll just have him give me back the difference.
No, you need to be
Still,
itemizing these.
Yeah.
Do I need to make a spreadsheet called Rampage's expenses?
Yes.
Okay. I guess I will make a Google Doc and share it with you. We'll call it. Yeah, you know what's funny? I was the secondary wallet for EUSA. And it was essentially I was in charge of holding half of the country's like actual money. And essentially the way it was is that Congress would make a request and then I would send it to the president to to expel those funds to whatever goal they were going to, right?
How did
Most of the
How
people,
did you get that position?
it's one of those things where oh, it's because I was friend to the other person who was the wallet, and the idea is if anything happens to one person, say for example, the developer of the game thinks that you're cheating or something and bans you, that protects the other part of that money, right? So you don't want one person holding it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So by splitting it up, it keeps it safe.
Mm-hmm.
And this also allowed me to sit on some of the Congress stuff until I like upset some of the Congress members.
How did you?
I did the very famous thing. Please stop being corrupt. It's upset them greatly. Like okay, I will distribute funds as requested, right? I'm not going to in any way step in the way of Congress, but I am going to suggest please don't be corrupt. I'm just going to say vocally, the thing is like I was like I just like mentioned logic and this upset some of those Congress members from the other political parties, so they kicked me out. By the way, for anyone wondering, this was a video game, so not any of the political parties that you might be thinking. The other political party was for complete government control and anarchy.
Hmm.
Which I don't know. It's funny is that other political party is actually how I met Nick.
Secret shadow government. That's all I know.
And the Anarchy Party was Nick.
He
Explains a lot.
originally was in on that, but his party was so corrupt it actually offended Nick. Nick was offended in just the corruption. Funny,
Wow.
the first thing me and Nick ever said to each other was me telling him his party was going to fall. And then him telling me his party would never fall.
Did his party fall?
This party will fall. I
His
will
party
make it
merged
happen.
with my party.
Ah.
So, I was actually brought into this game because one of my friends, one of the things he did was immigration. And you might think to yourself, that's a silly thing to have in a video game.
Immigration?
Yeah. So you're probably wondering what he did. So say a citizen from another country wants to join your country.
Mm-hmm.
They have to make a request. And then like the president approves it or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the immigration was to try to make sure that the person wasn't a spy. Another problem is before elections, if a bunch of people from a foreign country joined your country, they could steal the elections and vote their own people into Congress.
Hmm.
Or come in and change the elections so that different people win.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to let a bunch of people come in who are going to override your elections or vote in people to take over parts of your country to prevent you from doing things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So imagine having no tools and just having to figure out if the person's a spy or not.
You look like a spy.
You don't even get to see what they look like because all you have is a profile pic and any question you choose to ask them.
You're a spy.
So the other party had this funny thing where they'd continuously push to bring in immigrants from other countries who would then overthrow and take over their party. And then then once they were saved, they would turn around and do this again.
Nice.
And so this is why you predicted that his party would fail?
No, I predicted the party would fail just because the whole idea of being super government and anarchy just seemed like a nonsense statement.
Yes, it does.
It was so nonsense. I just could not take their party seriously. Though what's funny is their party didn't take me seriously either. Sounds. They one of their party members purposely decided to run for presidency just because they didn't like the seriousness of my platform. But the thing is, like, I refused to state anything that I would not accomplish. Like, I didn't make any promises that I couldn't actually, like, were not actually achievable goals. This offended them. All laws have to be passed by Congress. So saying you're going to do something for the economy, it's actually Congress's decision. The president has no say. The only thing the president does have much say in is like going to war, and that's it. There's very little power. There's some like other power, but it requires other people to acknowledge it. So it's like, I'm not going to make a bunch of promises that are ridiculous, particularly because of like the way the game is. Instead, I was going to make particular promises that were achievable, and with caveats, with Congress's approval, because no one's going to, there's only so much things you can do. But they decided that was me not taking it seriously, and so they of course beated me and took me as the vice president, and then they got into some really crazy conspiracy where they like, all right, you ready for this? They conspired to do something against Congress's instructions. Without talking to Congress about it, by the way. In secret, and then they made the very terrible mistake of including me in on that secret. So what do you think DK immediately did, being the physical virtue of truth?
Yeah, that's funny.
I immediately reported it to the Congress. They had a Congress, and he got mad. He got really mad. I had a lot of information, and he kind of exploded into a violent fireball, and then he then left Congress. And what's funny is he kind of turned around and eventually became president. Because he found a way to make everyone rich. He used the country's reserves of money to cause our money to become more valuable. He would artificially inflate the price of currency, so its value became higher, and he basically reversed inflation. Because the game has an idea of a premium currency that kind of balances everything out, because the real money has a certain value to gold, right? And gold is the premium currency. So essentially our economy is kind of backed by gold, if you will. So he would make gold, he would adjust the price of gold. So essentially, since he had a massive reserves of gold and cash, he could change the value in which the value that gold that our currency had to gold, which would naturally increase its buying power.
Huh.
Thus, less money became more valuable. So he put in systems to automatically deploy, so that the government would put its own gold into the market to change the price of gold and thus increase the value of the dollar to the gold.
Huh.
And since all like upgrading of like factories and stuff required gold, it made anyone who had lots of cash very, very rich. And then he would do the opposite and continuously like essentially control the value of the currency. And so people would know when this would happen, and they got really rich. Everyone got rich. The whole country got rich. The other countries didn't figure this out.
Nice.
So like he performed like the brain 10 million move of making everyone rich, and everyone likes that. Like that's a pretty popular platform. I'm going to make everyone rich.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and you have to continue to have that, the ability to manipulate the markets like that.
Well, it's funny is the country had tremendous gold and cash reserves.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you have to be president to be able to continue to manipulate that kind of thing.
Well, it's like
So-
every president after him, like that became like their like that became just a normal government program.
Yeah.
That was from one platform to the next. It's like this just became normal. He normalized something in which it was like just make everyone rich. Of course, yeah, some people didn't quite get it. Oh, I should probably mention that once I revealed that entire conspiracy, the acting president, the president at the time, quit and made me the president. So I performed. I successfully accomplished nothing in the remaining of the term, but I did not cause any controversies.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, I guess I never explained. I joined this game because my friend Aerith, who I did the radio show with, he asked me to be his chief of staff.
Hmm.
I'm curious what you're doing, Rampage.
I'm going to do magic.
Okay. I'm gonna. By the way, I noticed there's one wooden peg missing.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh
There's
yeah,
not one
this
here.
one, because this is where you're gonna enter, and I don't know how I'm gonna make that work.
Okay, fair. We should probably skip this one. And as I joined, I discovered that poor Aerith, his entire inner circle of all the advisors he selected were members of the other party.
Wow, nice.
Oops.
And they made the entire policy, let's destroy the president of his own party. His party president of his own party. Let's conspire against the party president of your party with the entire US economy. And my boyfriend Aerith was just like he just like went along with what they were doing, and I'm like, this sounds very dangerous. You're plotting against your own party. This seems a little weird. And this person is also your friend, so why are you in on this? Also, why did you surround yourself with a bunch of essentially villains? This is also how I met Waffle. He was also one of Aerith's advisors.
Waffle.
He was.
How is Waffle?
I have not heard from him for a long time. I don't know how he's doing. I remember Waffle. Waffle was Aerith's spy master. And this actually kind of goes in with the story of me meeting Nick, because while we had spoken, we were definitely not. Anyway, the first actual like private conversation I had with him was with Waffle, in which we were attempting to figure out a internal conspiracy. And Nick was our insider to the other political party. And I guess I just must have kept saying things that made a lot of sense to Nick, because then he like joined us. You know the problem with like trying to run a party in which most of the players don't even understand any of the mechanics that are happening outside the game?
Well, other than the stated problem of players don't understand the mechanics?
Well, they don't understand any. Well, essentially, the main mechanics of the game was to work and fight in a war, and essentially we called those two clickers because they'd push two buttons, one to work and one to go to war. The mechanics of the game were very simple, so people had to add mechanics outside the game to essentially expand what fun one could have. But what if most of the players don't know or care about any of the other fun? They really just come in every day to push two buttons and log out. I also physically, in a previous game, I do like little fun internet searches where I would give some content. I would reference something and ask you a question about it, and you had to and I gave out prizes based on like what people answered. Yeah. And so I did little fun like internet scavenger hunts, if you will. I did a fun little art for that as well. But so I found some people didn't like the idea that I was putting in this on a different forum outside of the game. But the game didn't really give me other than a newspaper. That was really the only way to like discuss things with people, is by going through paying a bunch of money to make a newspaper to discuss things with people, and then you'd have to pray that people subscribe to your newspaper so they would get information from you. It's like, this seems a little complicated. And but some people got really offended because they almost had a religious idea that anything outside the game doesn't exist. And it's like, I respect your belief of that. But some people kind of like, they would get physically offended by this. The idea that anything about this game could happen outside the game. I sense you just dislike Discord and the entire idea of this. You know, I had a gaming night once where we would like from the different political parties join Age of Conquest. That's in fact, I think y'all remember that Age of Conquest game.
Yeah.
That's actually how I like first really got into it. Is I chose to do that for some of the gaming nights because we
Mhm.
figured, it's a free game, and we could all play it out, right?
Mhm.
It was great. Unfortunately, some people are like, "Oh, I don't have a computer." I'm like, "Oof." Of course, if anyone said my computer couldn't handle it, I'd stare at them very deeply. I'm pretty sure I've never seen a computer not be able to play that game.
I would be very surprised if someone could manage to find a computer that could not play that game.
Yeah, it's not very demanding. But yeah. So Thanksgiving's coming up next week. Are you excited for that, Rampage?
Yeah. Yeah, it should be interesting. Do you have any plans for what we're
My
doing?
mom wanted to go see Wakanda Forever on Thanksgiving. And I generally don't like I had planned to go see that earlier, but she specifically decided that because of Thanksgiving's position. I do find it funny though, slightly work related that never mind. I should probably not mention that publicly. Never mind. I do have a funny like little joke. I think Mr. B might find a laugh about. I remember it was like Christmas, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was just before Christmas, and I remember a client told me they wanted to have their stuff updated, but they told me they only wanted to be updated on a Thursday. And I look at the calendar and I realized that one of the days was Christmas and the other was
Mm-hmm.
New Year's. I'm like, I see what you did there. That is a very awfully specific request.
I wonder what their intentions are.
Yeah, well, we don't update on New Year's. We definitely don't update on Christmas.
No. Thank you for being so considerate of us.
Oh yeah, we actually had a client that specifically requested a very specific date. And it was like a month later, and I'm like thinking to myself, why do they want one so late? I look at the calendar and I realize it was like Labor Day. I'm like, you almost tricked me with that one.
I am onto your devilish ways.
Oh yeah. They told me it was convenient for them because they had that day. They were closing their store for that day.
Oh, really?
And I said, you know what though? So are we. And they're like, but it'd be so convenient.
Like, sure it would. Though I think recently we had a client send something that just like gave me the biggest laugh. I just like rolled backwards in laughter because it was like they said that the update needed, and then they inserted their company's name. And this is where I went to Spock and I said,
Oh, look, the update needs them. We need to take their company, put them into the update.
Yeah.
I know what they meant. I know what they meant. It's just weirdly worded.
Hey, English is hard.
Well, I still remember when I first joined, and I think I even told Mr. B about this, where like a company called in and they said that like their stuff didn't work, and then I asked them a few more questions, and they're like, also the lights are off, and like, why are the lights off? Oh, it's because we don't have any electricity. Um, I don't think I can help you with that one.
Clue?
I wonder
"Yeah,
why it's not working.
And they're like, oh, call the power company for us. I'm like,
Yeah, no, that's not how it works.
oh, like what? Who? Do you know who your power company is? No.
What?
Okay, this is a small problem. I have a basic clue where you might be, but I don't know who your power company is. Hopefully you discover who is your power company.
Yeah, you
But I
have.
just
I apologize. You have misunderstood this relationship we have.
I remember you actually made a joke that you were gonna call their electric company. Mm. Yes, we're gonna pull out like the because as we all know, the power company would just stop what they're doing and take care of your issue specifically because we used the power and authority of our company to do that.
Yeah, I mean instantaneously.
Yeah,
They would just immediately show up.
yeah. I just thought it's just funny things like that. Oh, another funny one. I had this guy call us super late in the night, and he told me that that stuff wasn't working, and he followed it up with, "Do not tell me there's anything wrong with my internet, because all my other things are working just fine. I'm streaming on my TV, yada 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 yada."
Mm-hmm.
So I asked them to go to our our help site so I could take a look at it and see what's going on. He says, "Oh, your help site's down." Oh, it's down. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can you go to Google? It appears down too. Oh, how about Yahoo? That also appears down. I think there might be something wrong with your internet. I accept the possibility that, our thing might be down. I accept the possibility that maybe Google's down, but not
At this
Google
one
and Yahoo.
time. This one particular time, Google might maybe be down.
But I don't believe Google and Yahoo would be down at the same time. This seems very unlikely.
So yes, I have discovered what the problem is. Half the eastern seaboard has been taken out by a thermonuclear
We may be having different problems. But yeah, apparently, while all his devices had internet, his computer's laptop was down and turned off. And so just because all your other things are working doesn't mean the one thing that you're trying to use is working. These are lessons with DK.
Woo!
The more you know.
I will say though, like last Thursday was a very interesting Thursday. Like I woke up to my Thursday shift with a text from my father saying he was going to the hospital. I was like, we were in the same house. You drove by mom's work and you said nothing to any. You had to, like, my mom physically works next street from our house. It's like, Thankfully, he's definitely made a recovery, though it took a second stop. Um,
Yeah, so he's feeling better.
he's breathing more normal.
That's good.
Also, the wood is no longer moving anymore, so that's always a good thing.
It stopped spinning.
Well, I believe his words was the grains of wood were moving in different directions. Apparently, they gave him lots of stuff. And whatever iodine thing that they put into his veins made him, like, slightly hallucinative. He told me something about, like, he saw himself in a canoe, and he woke up and the canoe was talking to him. And it was the
Okay.
doctor.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what medicine they gave him, but it was not the
Oh no.
Don't eat the mushrooms.
apparently the medicine they gave him just very much put him in a weird place.
Sounds like it.
Also, Rampage, explain to us what you're doing.
I'm trying I'm gonna see if I can get an animal to go through this system repeatedly. Because I think it should work. Don't see why it wouldn't.
I know.
So now all I need is an animal to test timing with.
There we go.
Light.
I'm sorry. That reference is from a movie called The Fifth Element.
I like the Fifth Element.
You remember at the beginning of the movie where, like, the archaeologist is in the pyramid
Mm-hmm.
and he keeps screaming, "Azir, light!" That's the whole thing I was doing.
Gotcha.
It's like, oh, you gave me light. I actually sent the shot from the movie to iGamer since he'd never seen it, and I didn't want iGamer to think I was actually I didn't want him to think. I wanted him to understand the context in which I was saying it.
Yeah, it's been a long
Though
time since I watched that one. But I do enjoy it.
multi-pass.
It's a great movie. Corbin Benson, Multipass.
So Rampage, they had this one character was an alien and was being taught words, but didn't completely know their meanings.
Hmm.
In fact, her and the director designed the alien language. it kind of takes place in like a futuristic version of our world.
Hmm.
You know, we actually figured out flying cars.
Oh, like we actually did it? Instead
Yeah.
of like, oh, I will figure out flying cars, and then no flying car.
Do you know we actually do have a flying car?
We do?
Yeah. It's so regulated that you have to take the car to the airport and take off on a runway.
Wow.
And you have to make small modifications to the car before takeoff.
Well,
Because
man,
certain things that are legal at an airport aren't legal on the road and so forth, so forth.
I need a sheep.
Sounds like a
That's-
normal request.
Unfortunately, I think we need admin powers for that.
I need a sheep. Unless we could get one to spawn. What are the spawning conditions for a sheep?
Why
I'm
don't you just
like,
lead a sheep? Can't you make one fly?
We are underground.
I got loads of sheep underground.
It's a lot of work.
Cannot do it because it is a lot of work.
the majority of sheep are white, blah, 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 blah. That is useless.
So it seems like if it's a light level of 9 or higher, this stuff should spawn. But I don't see anything spawning.
In Java Edition, 4 sheep may spawn above grass blocks at a light level of 9 or higher, even on snowy taigas.
That's a natural generation. Does that mean spawning? Where is your
I mean, technically, another way of resolving this is we make a quest that spawns a sheep.
But you can't. Can you make quests?
Yes, I can make quests.
You could make a quest that spawns the sheep, and then we have the sheep to test with.
Yes, yes, that's actually something we could do.
That would be useful, and it would probably work.
Probably would.
We need more repeaters. Mm. Maybe. I have one more repeater. I need more repeaters. Yeah. Okay, I can make more. All right, we're good. Also, if you're able to do that, wouldn't you also theoretically be able to spawn in any item?
Now, let's not get too
Well,
crazy.
yeah, but like, my point is, at that point, why would you not just give DK like perms to GMC? Because if he can spawn in everything anyway.
Illusion of control.
did I manage to do that? Eh. Hmm.
Depends on what that is.
I underestimated the amount of repeaters this would take. I didn't realize making quests was such a complicated process.
It takes all of DK's concentration.
Yeah, actually.
He cannot use words while he's making quests.
I see.
I have to go through all kinds of lists and stuff. Hmm. Hmm. I had to remember how to do any of this.
DK is now AFK.
Alright, so first I'd have to create an action.
So the problem with like the normal quest system for handing out rewards, it requires you already have the item in your hand that you want to create.
Oh.
Don't
Hmm.
you gotta put a sheep in your hand?
Yeah, it would require that. And it looks like I can't use this system either to name it.
Well, it wouldn't need to be named for now, but
No, like
The sheep doesn't have to have a name, it just needs to work for us.
hmm.
yeah. I'll have to wait for I to come back.
But what do we? How do we want to acquire the theoretical sheep, like as an
I don't think we
item?
can.
No, like as an item. Because I mean, you're going here for the sheep item. How do we? How do we
Well, the thing is,
give the person a sheep?
if I have wool, I can totally set up the quest for that already.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I need the item, be able to hold the item in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I successfully didn't save the action that I wasn't going to take. So nice. Okay, cool. So with wool in my hand, I could totally make a quest that like gives the player sheep wool. That's not a problem. It's if the item is something I can't touch.
Yeah.
Like I don't have spawn eggs. I could probably ask 29th Doctor for a spawn egg. Also, did you litter in one of the sheep pen?
No, I would never. Totally
Why is
not.
there litter in the sheep pen?
Because the sheep didn't.
Some monsters. All right. Back. Sorry, actually.
Sheep are messy.
Our fictional ship. Our fictional sheep are quite messy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because
So I
it
guess-
wasn't me.
I guess I should ask how y'all doing. What epic quests have y'all been up to?
We're playing through the Minecraft Batman thing that Noxcrew just released.
I see.
It's actually pretty impressive.
That's nice. Have you all gotten further in Gotham Knights?
No. No, we were playing Minecraft Batman.
Did you give me a block named sheep?
I gave you sheep.
Yeah, but I need a spawn egg.
Oh yeah, but that's what we'd be giving the player, I assume.
Yeah, I could totally give that to the player.
Because we're not gonna give him an actual sheep spawn egg. That would be that would be interesting.
Now, I did intend for you to be able to buy sheep from the barn, but
Yeah, but just for free?
not for free. Obviously, you have to send $400 to DK. I'm
Mm.
sorry, $50 for Rampage, $50 for DK,
Mm.
and $100 to the city, right?
Yeah.
By the way, did you see what I did with all those items that you dropped?
No.
I put them in the Rampage store.
You know, this Rampage store is quite interesting. Where did I get Pottle? Why did I acquire bottles at some point?
I don't know.
Did you get bottles like to make me water breathing potions?
I don't know.
I still love the
There's a
Rampage
stone
litter.
hoe. There's a stone hoe with exactly one use.
Oh, by the way, Rampage, we had 5 sea lanterns in the aquarium Rampage litter chest.
Wow.
There's also like raw iron.
Yeah, I think a whole stream could be going through all the chests of stuff I dropped.
I mean, that's why there's like, Rampage litter weekly, right? Yeah, Rampage litter weekly. What's hot? What's not? The +1 guide to Rampage litter cover story. Rampage litter weekly. What's hot and what's not?
Mm-hmm.
Exclusive lava buckets are in and water buckets are out.
Mm. Makes sense.
I need to make a book, and its sole purpose will be like nonsense like that. By the way, our turtles are still thriving.
Oh, they're still alive?
Yep.
Wow.
That or the millions of eggs I've placed have just been replacing them.
Yeah, honestly, either one is possible.
They're still spawning from all the eggs you placed.
Maybe.
The server hasn't caught up yet.
If I remember correctly, a lot of the eggs are still there. Also, I kind of forgot that this was all part of the aquarium. So it feels so long ago now.
This is
You say
all
you've
part
been
of the
building the
Okay.
maze forever.
Yeah.
The never-ending
This
maze.
is okay, so this is part of a quarry with a zoo, a world zoo that's really an aquarium that has a racetrack that has a maze.
Because all of that makes sense.
I mean, we probably want to modify the entrance to the maze a little bit more, but I think what's interesting is that we have a minor side quest project that has really taken hold of everything else we're doing.
Yeah.
Overshadowed.
Yeah.
Eventually, I want to come out here and have a big sign for all of this that says like the quarry and have like a giant pickaxe.
Hmm.
Also, I need to remind iGamer that we need this area to be protected
Oh, do we?
for monsters. For
Oh, for
monsters.
once. Yeah. Okay. We should probably also get iGamer to protect the maze, but the maze is quite large, so we'll have to see if we can make it a Y level as well.
Well, I think I've done pretty good in like lighting your maze up.
Yeah, but we don't want people to break it.
Oh yeah, so you're right. You know, we still haven't gotten to the gift shop or the quarry store yet.
Mm-hmm. I
Or
don't
the
think
quarry.
anything will take as long as this maze, though.
I mean, that's fair. This is your baby. It's your project of passion and everything else. So I also need to like add a World Zoo sign somewhere, um, by the entrance to the World Zoo. I'll be honest with you, I'm really happy with the World Zoo. I
Yeah.
was worried that it was going to become like something that was going to take it was something I was passionate about, but I wasn't sure if I had the capability of accomplishing it.
Hmm.
Because unfortunately, building things underwater is really slow and very draining.
Yeah.
I know the feeling.
That's
Which
all
we get
Mr.
on the-
B's been doing.
Now, I did like originally in my mind we were gonna have like a bunch of domes and stuff, but I kind of put that idea like down and set it on fire. Not because I didn't think we could do it. It was going to be a lot of like physical hard work that would in no way be appreciated.
Physical
And,
hard work of holding down the mouse key.
And I mean, the previous servers don't have a great track record of domes. So
Yeah, I mean, I like part of me wanted to have like this whole aquarium thing where you walked around and like the exhibits were quite large and outside of the zoo, and you were kind of in the dry part and all of that stuff, like touch the water and all that stuff. But I, the entrance broke that out of me. Building that giant glass thing there into the ocean, that broke any desire to make a dome underwater.
That's funny.
It also doesn't help that I was playing with my friend who came and we played Minecraft together, split screen,
Oh gosh. Okay.
and I was in I was trying to build something underneath our house, and it turned into a giant. It turned into kind of like a multi-hour of me like almost dying underwater.
I know the feeling.
And the thing is, when I died underwater, I lost all my stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't have that problem.
So you would be forced to go back and get it. And if you didn't get there in time, it's all gone.
Yeah. I also kind of had the problem where oxygen is in that game worked a lot more aggressively than it does here. And
Was it?
playing it split screen on a small TV, hmm. Have you ever lost all ability to see around you?
Kind of like when you close your eyes.
No, but like tunnel vision, extreme tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, so extreme tunnel vision.
Hmm.
That made underwater even less fun. But apparently we have 4 turtles. The turtle soup is safe.
Okay, we don't have enough to start making more turtle soup.
I love our little secret Foot Clan thing. That just worked so well together. I'm surprised because none of this was thought out well in advance.
Yeah, no, this entire thing has been, oh hey, that might be fun. And then we just did it.
Um, Fish, I do not approve.
You don't approve of fish?
Fish is doing something bad.
What is fish doing?
I'm only going to take a picture of it and send it to you. Merely because I don't know how to describe what I'm seeing.
Fair.
I feel it's implausible.
Mm-hmm. Ah. So the fish is attempting to phase through the wall.
Why?
You saw something on the Discovery Channel?
He saw what the squids were doing and was like, "Hey, I can do that too."
Yeah, but see, just so you know, the tail is continuously going left and right. So he's like slapping you.
Okay, now that's impressive because he should be moving forward, and if he's not moving forward, then that's impressive.
Yeah, he's swimming backwards.
That's not something fish are meant to be able to do. That is not how fish work.
Well, he disagrees.
That fish does not know how to fish.
He's trying to be more than the label you're giving him.
Well, then he must lose his fish form and become something more. But he is still fish.
But he's trying. You shouldn't be
You shouldn't be limiting him.
you shouldn't be limiting him based on, you know, his where he was born and his physical attributes. That's not real nice.
And think, what if this hurts his feelings and stunts his growth?
Can he even speak English?
I mean, you know, a lot of people say that animals can't, but here's the thing. If you call your cat and the specific cat comes to you, what does that mean? Does it mean it understands English or does it understand its name? Does it require the full understanding of the English language?
No.
So, for example, my cat, my mom accidentally like knocked some things over, and my mom said, "We'll blame it on the cat." And I said, "Pecan, how could you?" And Pecan looked at me, deeply offended, and I said it one more time. Pecan, how could you? and he just like got up and left, slightly offended. He just like left the room. So just because he has no idea what I said, and thus does not understand the important concept of sarcasm, doesn't mean that his feelings can't be hurt.
Also, I feel like out of everything, that fish should be more concerned about the fact that it's kept in captivity, and I don't think we're feeding them.
Oh, there's automatic feeder systems.
Mm-hmm.
The feeder systems automatically drop chopped salmon into the.
So
Into
we're
the,
feeding.
we're
Okay,
feeding
so it's a
fish.
cannibal. All of our fish are
Ironically-
cannibals.
Ironically, I think all fish are cannibals. You know, that's why the statement "there's always bigger fish."
No, some fish eat plants.
And also, I don't. Do salmon go around eating other salmon?
Well, these are cod, obviously, so the cod eat the salmon.
The picture you sent is a salmon.
Fair enough. Let me go see if salmon eat other salmon.
Do salmon.
Apparently, salmon eat their own eggs.
But not necessarily do they.
All right, guys, I gotta go.
All right, goodbye, Mr. B.
Goodbye,
See ya,
Mr. B.
everyone.
Apparently, the diet of a young salmon is to eat the other salmon eggs,
Wow, that's toxic.
because salmon are deeply aggressive and territorial. Eggs are a sign of another fish competing with them.
Wow, that's crazy.
Most salmonoids eat their own young.
Wow.
They apparently do have peace treaties during specific points, but apparently, yes. No, salmon will totally eat other salmon.
Well, see, they'll eat salmon eggs.
It also said that salmon are known for eating other salmon. Let's see. Let me see.
So we're supporting cannibalism by okay, I see.
Apparently, trouts are notorious for turning cannibal. Interesting enough.
Okay, but yeah, no, it's a trout. I feel like that's kind of expected.
Apparently, it has been well recommended that male Atlantic salmon kill other salmon. Apparently, salmon hate other salmon. But apparently, there's a peace treaty when they go down the fresh rivers.
That's weird.
The fish hate themselves, but and apparently are taught to like destroy the entire underlings of another fish of the same kind, purely for the purpose of only their children are allowed to continue,
Until they eat them.
until someone else eats them. Yeah. And apparently, it is noted that some fish physically just eat their young. So it's like, yeah. So yeah, it was meant to be a joke, right? I didn't actually. I was hoping I was wrong or something. It would be like this a whole joke, and we're feeding. Also, I believe we have saltwater salmon, and pepper salmon, and the jayfish.
I'm reading your signs. You have enemies of the darkness, which goes to light.
You like that, huh?
Yes.
I thought it would be a fun play on words. I wanted the signs to help, like some of them to be like actual helpful instead of all shenanigans.
Yeah.
You still haven't built a ladder.
Where?
Oh, did
Huh? Who?
for
What?
the sheep pen.
Yeah, no.
Also, did you see the sign outside that?
No. Ah, the wooliest of the wool.
Oh no, I found darkness. I failed again. Um, what is this? What is this What is this attached to? Is this just random nonsense?
There is maze here. There is maze. There is maze. Do do do. I feel like whenever I'm adding to the maze, you should just follow me around and place torches. That way you don't discover more darkness at a later time.
I'm gonna quote Robin again.
Do not despair, for this isn't a disaster.
All right. There you go. I'm bad.
Instead, uh,
All right. Instead,
oh,
seek the aster and remove the disc.
that took me a while.
So you notice that disaster's aster with dis in it?
Mm-hmm. So what does aster mean?
I don't know. I'm gonna actually need to look that one up. I wonder if it's actually just an actual word or not. Oh my gosh, it's a real word.
Wow. What is its meaning?
So interesting enough, there's a lot of variations on this.
Oh?
Yeah, so we have the noun, right? But since we're taking disaster and taking the dis out and just seeking the aster, a suffix used to form nouns denoting something that imperfectly resembles or mimics the true thing, or a combination form with the meaning star.
Huh. Okay.
So, for example, astro, like how we have like astro is space, right? Like stars, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like an astronaut.
Mm-hmm.
But I like to. Let's see.
The other forms of it, a structure formed in a cell during mystosis composing of astral rays radiating about the centrosome. A plant of some allied genus, as in the China aster. Any composite plant of the genus aster having rays varying from white or pink to blue around a yellow disc.
What? Huh? What is this magic?
What?
There's just so many words.
Oh, yeah. But apparently the two suffixes either means like star, like a colon aster. Okay, that's really weird. I guess what does the word dis mean? I guess I mean we must know what the word
Dis.
dis is actually.
Dis.
Yeah, let's find out what dis is. Apart. So okay. So so looking at so if this is a part, right? And
Uh-huh.
aster is a combination. So apart and star is disaster, right? If you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you'd have to like really think about all that stuff. But here's the thing. So if you're only concentrating on the aster, you're concentrating on the star, right? And that the star is the goal, right?
Uh-huh.
So this actually does make sense. Concentrate on the goal, right? And if
Concentrate,
you're removing the disc, you're
concentrate on the
removing
goal and not the part.
and the things that take you apart from that goal, right?
Wow.
Yeah, there we go. That's beautiful.
Uh-huh.
That required some mental thoughts.
Yeah, so DK, you realize nobody else is going to put even like enough like thought to even try to Google that.
To be honest with you, I wasn't originally thinking that far through. I was just making a reference to Young Justice
Mm-hmm.
because the thing that like Robin likes to do is like mess with words, like you saw before.
Mm-hmm.
That makes him really happy, like being whelmed. You know what? Put the wood things up here.
What?
Yeah, put the wood blocks on top of the ceiling.
You have the wood blocks now.
I lack more wood blocks. You have more wood blocks. Oh, okay. What do you think about that?
In wood.
So let's say
The wood
do you,
is restricting my jump. Very sad.
do you have more wood? Oh, excellent, perfect. So like I was just thinking like this was kind of a way to. I won't ask why we're giving the player the two choices of either way here. It's fine.
You can go left or you can go right, and they both go to the same place. It is an illusion of choice.
Choice. It's a choice. It's not a choice. It's a choice. Choice. Anyway, sorry. There's the illusion of choice. This is like a Mario Maker level.
where you're given a decision and none of them are real. Like you're given an option to go through spikes or another one that will looks like it will bump you up somewhere. And in fact, neither of them are the correct answer. It's a third option that isn't apparent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that may be too much. I just thought it would be an interesting way to like do doorways and stuff.
No, part of the problem with that is it kills your momentum if you're jumping.
Yeah, but they're gonna be in a boat, right?
Oh yeah, no, you're right, Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I was going for the creepy thing while you're in a boat, essentially.
yeah, I didn't consider they were in a boat.
Okay. Yeah, this kind of adds a little bit of character to the maze, I think. In fact, I think I might be going around next stream putting wood blocks everywhere.
Why? Every doorway. Do you know how long that would take?
I didn't say all the doorways, just some of them.
Mhm.
Also, I hear monsters.
You haven't removed all of the darkness.
I think I may have, and it's just like they're inside the walls.
Yeah, there are a few spots where that happened. Like, no, that's an actual wall. There are quite a few things that aren't actual walls. They're hollow. Oh. Oh no, it's because there's a cave below us. Well, everybody, I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please slap like, subscribe, and goodbye.